This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you are confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome, and hopefully you are enjoying the day as best you can, because you heard that saying that, enjoy, things can be worse. I hate to tell you, but we're getting into that time of the year where we have solid sunshine on the way. We may have some possibly over the weekend. The good news is it ain't going to stick around. We are talking about snow. Yes. But the good news is that means it's that much closer to another S on the calendar, which is spring. But let's enjoy the day, and of all the messages that I try to convey is the importance of enjoying the moment, because there's always a situation where you're thinking of the better times you've had or better times you want to have, and you miss the moment. Enjoy the moment. Actually, you got a great deal to be happy about since we just had the elections, and as always at this time of the calendar for our government, there is a change, and it's ironic how the people that felt that they were going to revolutionize things as they were, it does not change. And the sad part about it is that a lot of people get depressed over it. Don't get depressed. It's going to change. There's a great anecdote that I like to share about this king who, because he'd go out to visit with his constituents, would be bombarded by all kinds of people, and he really didn't have a chance to listen to what they were saying. And he was asking his wise men around him, what is it that you can say safely that no matter what anybody tells you, that's going to be appropriate? And the saying that the wise men told him says that the things are going to change. Enjoy it as is. And the answer, of course, is that if it's a wonderful, wonderful time that you're having, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't enjoy that particular moment, because there's going to be other happy occasions. One of my happy occasions is that I've developed some really great friendships with knowledgeable, innovative people. And one of those people at the top of the list is Dr. Andre Lee. Dr. Andre Lee was the administrator for Highland Park General Hospital years ago. And when they closed up, Dr. Andre Lee realized that we're going to make a change. And he reached into his talented body and mind and used his experience, both academically and most importantly, common sense, and has developed strategies on how to help people get into the healthcare field, and is the founder of Leeway Foundation. Do you see the tie-in? Dr. Lee and Leeway? Wow. So
yes. Well, I
and
was
he's leading the way.
Yeah, it took me a while to get on that pathway, but I'm on it now, and it's working out very, very nicely.
Right.
I've done a lot of exhibits, and I've printed a lot of children's books, history books, and now I have developed a mobile app for churches. And my foundation will partner with the churches, where it's really designed for churches, and you download it to your smartphone, and on the smartphone you're able to link to your website, the church website. You're able to link to sermons. You're able to send out scripture messages or Bible lessons. And most importantly, you're able to have online giving. In other words, you don't have to rely on the plate being passed. It can be done electronically. And once you get it set up, it works in less than 20 seconds. And my church has been using it for a number of months now, and it has boosted our revenue by 30%. Okay? And I'm telling you, if you don't look at this is, and now here's what's really exciting about it is recently, because this is in partnership with a company called the Church App, and what's really exciting is they have now developed some forms that you can link through the Church App, the mobile app, that allows people who have need for personal prayer, who have personal issues and needs they need some help, or they can ask for a special scripture lesson for themselves, or any number of different things. That there are forms that now that can be gotten through the app that links to your church's email, and it's confidentially in your pastor, and you can interact and you can get the assistance that you need. So that's a new development, just took place last week. And so that's how good it is. But I'm telling you, and it's so easy, because once you download it, all you have to do is go to your smartphone app store, download the Church app, the Church APP app, and then type in on the search bar God's Warehouses with apostrophe S, and it will download this app. And now what you'll see in there will be my foundation, and you'll see a couple of other churches that have already signed up. So then if you're interested in your church, then I will set up your church on the app. You contact me, and I'll set up your church. And because I've got to deal with the Church app that I can accommodate a number of churches, all of us under one umbrella, so that it becomes very easy after that.
And actually, with the technology out there today, you can do this by phone, and you can instruct them so that anyone at the church level, and if they don't have a church level, for the sake of disclosure, since you are now out there in Tennessee, Dr. Lee in Tennessee, I'm still in Michigan. They can call our toll-free number 888-489-8980, and we'll be glad to coordinate how to get together. And once it's up, I mean, basically, it's revolutionized in a way how a church can be in touch with any congregant, whether they're in the building at the church or they're in their home, or they're in their, right. And we've got some talented people that can help you coordinate it. If you're stuck on it, all they got to do is call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, and I assume that is there capability of recording the message so someone can't hear the connection live? Can they get back to it afterward? How does that work?
No, I'm not sure I'm following you on that particular statement, because if they're calling your 800 number, they're giving you their name and number, and then I will call them back and walk them through setting it up.
Right.
I actually do most of the work. Once they tell me they're in, then I'm the one that really has to set it up for them. So they really don't have to do anything but let us know that they want to do it. Now, the only thing I don't set up is the online giving. That has to be done by the church itself and church administrator. And the reason for that is because I don't want to get involved in the church money. It's their money. They need to set it up with the church app people, and trust me, it takes maybe a day or so. But once it's set up, it's smooth as silk. And I never see the money. I never get involved in the church money.
And for the sake of privacy, you don't even know the members. Anyway, right.
No.
Right. Now, as far as the mechanics of it, if pastor makes a sermon, is that sermon retrievable afterward?
If the church has a website, and I'm assuming, and a lot of churches, some churches don't. I got a couple churches that don't. But those that do, if they go ahead and put their sermon on their church website, then all I do is link it up to the website, to the sermon. And so once they change the sermon every week, it almost automatically changes.
So, in other words, if someone has got some sort of an event that they want to go to, well...
They have to let me know, and then I put that event in. That's something I do through the foundation.
Right. Well, the nice thing about it is that you can actually have people that are bedridden still in touch with the church and hear the pastor's message, and it's as close to being there as being there.
Well, I've been telling my churches they become a virtual church, a church without walls.
Right.
And that takes you away from the brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the lovely thing about it. And as I was indicated earlier, the idea of people being able to donate from wherever they are it just really makes it very easy to keep your revenue flowing. Okay,
right.
And that's the beautiful part of this. And there's another hidden part, but I'm not going to get into it right now. That will also boost the church revenue. So all I need is participating churches. And it doesn't matter geographically where you're located. Even though I'm in Tennessee, it doesn't matter. Okay?
Right.
It doesn't matter whatsoever. Okay?
That sounds fantastic. And in fact, any church that's interested in getting things started, I'll be glad to follow up on it. All they have to do is call our toll-free number. So now, what's that old song? Just get me to the church on time.
There you go. And as I said, I've got a number. I've got several churches looking at it, and I'm just waiting on them to say go.
Yeah, all right. And then
once they say go, it doesn't take me any time to set them up.
Well, and then there's another little added perk, and you and I have talked about it, that if it's your website and you have members in your congregation that are in business and want to spend some money on advertising, you can't ask for a better way to give back than helping congregants and know other members of the congregation can help them actually get services right from their own congregation. So it's a win-win-win type deal. Dr. Andre Lee, it's always a delight to talk to you, and in fact, it's so good that I plan on doing it again soon. All right.
Oh, my goodness. Now I'm excited. Okay.
Right. Well, have a great day, and keep on. We'll be right back, folks.
Appreciate it.
All right. Don't you go away. We got a couple of messages I want to talk to you when you get back from our brief break. So don't dare go away. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. There's always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome back. And for those of you who did not hear the first segment, we were talking with Dr. Andre Lee, who has Leeway Health Foundation and information. And if you belong to a church and are looking to expand your membership, and now with the technology, we can actually have you in touch by way of an app. We can help you in developing your website as well so that you can reach out to the community. And the costs, believe it or not, can be as little as $60 a month, which would not only save you money in terms of the situation of losing members because of various conditions that develop. Now you can be in touch with people that are in their own homes, and also have the advantage that if the members do want to make a donation, they don't have to put the check or money order in an envelope. It can be all done electronically. It's really exciting as to what can be done with the electronics today. And if you'd like some more information, how you can build your membership and also your bank account, then by all means, we'd be glad to try to help you start that. All you got to do is call our toll-free number. But then there are situations where you decide that, hey, I don't want to live in my home anymore. It's not practical. Then we're also involved in assisting you in finding alternative housing situations. And depending on your income, you can actually get low-cost type of apartments and group home type situations, and we help you with that. Frankly, we don't charge you as such for that service, because whoever we are working with that sponsors us, we give you their options, and they, because they're sponsors, can provide you tours and lunches at the same opportunity. So you can go out, have lunch, check the place out, and there's also a lot of assisted living centers that have sort of a trial type program. In other words, it's called respite care, where you check in for a week or so and you stay there and actually see what the accommodations are like. And rather than, having cut ties with wherever you were living and moving into a place you're not happy about, this is a good way of finding out whether this indeed is a good move for you. So by all means, give us a call, 888-489-8980, and we'll help you in that very important aspect of your life. Where do you move? It's one of the biggest decisions you make as you go through life, in the sense that you can't stay always where you've grown up in. And for those of the people that do want to stay where they're at but need certain renovations, by all means, give us a call at 888-489-8980, and we can help you in doing the home renovating as well as being able to make sure that the pricing is within your budget. That's why we keep giving out our toll-free number, and hopefully you'll take advantage of it. There's no charge for the initial consultation. And, you know, they say the next worst thing in life of not having any choices is having too many choices. And by that I mean now you've got what they call alternative settings like independent living centers, assisted living center, senior apartments, continuing care communities, and you have rehab centers. And the biggest decision you have to make is you want to customize it what's best for you, and we can help you in that. If you have a loved one that you're living with and they are beginning to become depressed or have dementia, and you can't really stay with them every minute of the day because obviously you have to take care of yourself. In fact, life does not change. How many times that you've been on a plane and there's a voice that comes on, if there is a fall in the oxygen in the plane, to oxygen masks pop down. And if you're a mother with a young child, guess what? They say put that mask on yourself first before your child, because you can't take care of your child if you pass out. Doesn't change as you age. When you're taking care of an elderly loved one, don't burn yourself out. Don't stress yourself out. Find opportunities that you can give yourself mini vacations. That doesn't mean once a year for 2 weeks or something. Why not consider adult daycare centers? There's great ones in the community, and I'll be glad to assist you in your decision process. In fact, there's a movement in some churches where they actually reach out to not only their members of the congregation, but to the community, and I'll be glad to put you in touch with the church. And when you analyze it, if your church isn't doing that, I'll be glad to assist you in making it happen. Have you ever thought about it? I mean, churches obviously are devoted to conveying their particular faith's message, but during the week, those classrooms and rooms many times go unused. And you have usually a recreation hall. Why not utilize that and reach out to your members so that they can, enjoy each other's company throughout the week? And it can be done at a moderate cost, and the church will benefit by having that much more activity. There is a lot out there, and I can't get to it all today because we're plumb out of time. But I'd like to share that with you on our next visit. And I never like to leave this segment without my favorite parting thought, which is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you are confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome, and hopefully you are interested in building or starting a business, and that's why you are listening to our program. It is called Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, and we are now probably close to 50 years. That's 50 in our endeavor, and we welcome you to join us for the next 50 or whatever number of years. We meet on a weekly basis in the mornings on Thursday from 9:15 to 10:30 at Level 1 Bank. If you are looking to start a business or not sure whether you should go into business, it's free to attend. We have free coffee, snacks, and 9:15 gives you a chance to still sleep in a bit and have the rest of the day after 10:30 to go into whatever endeavor you're in. Level 1 Bank has actually 10 different branches, and we meet at the one in Bloomfield Hills, which is 21700 that's our office address. The address for Level 1 Bank is 37100 Woodward, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward and Bloomfield Hills. Free snacks, free coffee, and you can take a look at money if you wish. It's inside a bank, and Level 1's been a gracious host, and in fact they've got some really great ways for you to get your business on a roll, so to speak. And they're very easy to work with. I'm a very pleased member of their customer base, and there's no strings attached. You don't have to open up any accounts. Just show up and share with us what you're doing, if you're in business, how we can help each other. In fact, that's what makes the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan unique. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, you should have what's called a unique selling proposition. What is unique about what you do? And you also want to make sure that you identify how you can help people. And most important is deciding on how you can reach your market at the least amount of expense. That's what we're all about. We work with a Small Business Administration score, and we provide you with free ongoing coaching if you become a member. What makes us also unique is that we have referral type rewards programs. What do you mean by that, Ike? Well, I mean by that if you are comfortable in working with us, you actually can be financially rewarded if you bring in other members to become members. So in other words, you're not only helping yourself, but helping others. And one of our new sponsors that I'm really excited about is where you can actually make a commission in referring people in their credit card processing. I'm so excited about having them on board because it fits our mission, which is actually to surround ourselves with positive, motivated people that are willing to help each other to achieve their goals, and in turn they help us achieve our goals. It is amazing how simple that formula works. I've had some phenomenal success stories. For example, with the referral reward system, if you are taking credit cards, and there's always a fee, a percentage of the sale. Well, wouldn't it be great that your fee is lower than what you're paying now? If you call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, we can have one of our sales associates come out at no charge. You save like 45 days of your last transactions. Wouldn't you like to save money on stuff that you're doing? Our whole mission, in fact, is to get you involved on ways that you can reduce your expenses. And if you're not doing that much credit card processing, you go to a restaurant or you go anywhere where they take credit cards and ask them, hey, would you be open to having a free evaluation of how we can save you money? And if they say yes, one of our professionals comes in, does an evaluation, and if they indeed, the merchant does take on the process, not only do you save them money, but you, because you referred them, make a commission on all the transactions that merchant makes. Simple, right? Well, I only get involved with simple stuff. That's in the financial world. Now, what about in the healthcare field? We just had an election, and they say one of the gurus in politics said that the reason that Republicans did not do that well in a lot of the areas is because they were really not promoting the value of the importance of healthcare. They were talking about the economy being better, which it is, but people were more concerned about what's going to happen to my health care. Well, guess what? There's a program, and I'm actively involved with it, called AmeriPlan, which is not insurance. It's a monthly fee where you get a discount on like 8 different services. So for a flat fee, a nominal fee, I might add, can be as low as $24.95 a month. You can save up to 50% on your prescription drugs. You can save that much on dental work, chiropractic. They have about 6 other services. Plus, if you take one step up of the $24.95, that's $24.95 a month, okay? You can maintain your current insurance. This is like a supplement. Doesn't that sound interesting? Well, if you're interested not only for yourself, but by recommending it, assuming you are impressed with what they are offering, I'm involved with it myself, and to be very open about it, I have the best insurance that's out there because I'm on Medicare and also Blue Cross. But guess what? Dental is not covered. Because AmeriPlan is not insurance, it's really a discount type program. You're not jeopardizing any pre-medical conditions so that you can't be denied because it's not insurance. What it is a great way for you to save money, but even more important is you can earn money by just referring it to other people. And as long as you and they stay on, you get money back. Is that a deal or what? Call 888-489-8980. I want to also tell you something I'm very proud of, that if you have an idea that you need money to make it happen, and you're looking for financing, we have, through our members, the capability of helping you get the money that you need to make it happen. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you don't have the right people around you, or you don't know exactly how to proceed, and you try to guess what happens. You may many times guess the wrong way. We try to help you avoid costly mistakes. And the only way you can ever really learn is from meeting with people that can give you advice that's worthwhile. The best advice I ever received was that if you have an idea, make darn sure that you have the talent to make it happen, but also be able to identify your target market and how you get there and the lowest possible cost to you. And that's what we do at our meetings. We also have a best described as the Michigan version of Shark Tank. First Tuesday of each month from 4 to 6, we actually do an evaluation of people's ideas, inventions, just like they do on the popular TV program. And we can get you the financing, we can give you direction of how best to proceed. And if you're interested in that, again, check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, or we also abbreviate it to ENOMichigan.com. But if you want to join us for our weekly meetings, we give you a referral fee if you decide to become a member, if you recruit people that are business orientated. Yes, the American dream is alive and well, but you have to surround yourself with the right people. And we are the right people. When we get back from our break, one of the biggest dilemmas successful entrepreneurs have to decide on and strategy is in identifying your target market and how do you get there. When we get back from our break, I am going to give you 10 targeting techniques, 10 targeting techniques of how you can be successful as an entrepreneur. So don't you dare go away. We will be right back. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you need a helping hand to stay at home, or maybe you'd like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or run errands for you, or maybe you're going to need help with bathing or personal grooming, or you need home renovations to enable you to stay in that home safely and securely. Or maybe you can't leave your home, but you need somebody to come in and do things like a doctor, a nurse, a podiatrist, a dentist, or to have your prescriptions delivered to you. Well, House Calls on Wheels is the answer to all of that. House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. And all the medical services are covered by insurance. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour. So if you or someone you know needs a helping hand at home, call House Calls on Wheels for a free in-home consultation. And that toll-free number is 1-888-489-8980. All right? That's 1-888-489-8980.
And we're back, and hopefully you are too. In fact, we'd like your front also. Please join us tomorrow morning, Thursday, 9:15 to 10:30 at Level 1 Bank at 37100 Woodward, which is on the southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward and Bloomfield Hills. And bring a friend along that is also business-orientated or has been kicking around an idea they want to make happen and not sure exactly how to go about it. It's free to attend. In fact, we have free coffee and free snacks for you. And you get a chance to do your 60-second elevator pitch, which actually, depending on the crowd, we try to limit it to about 25 people. But if we have fewer than that, and we usually do not, you may get an extra few missed seconds. But that's the key if you want to go into business, is to be able to describe it in a clear, concise way. And one of the biggest things that keeps coming up all the time is about people that do have an idea for a business, but are not quite successful as they could be. Why? Because they sort of flounder around trying to find out what they should do. Well, we do not charge for the advice, and everyone that comes there is business orientated. And many people that have come to our meetings, we've been doing them now for close to 50 years, believe it or not. So we must be doing something right. And it's quite reasonable to be a member. And we don't twist arms for you to become a member. Check us out. If you like what we're doing, you have your own support team. And we basically become each other's salesperson as well. And this is all just for showing up. And if you want to be more actively involved, we do it well within your budget. I'd like to share with you a targeting system for whatever venture that you consider going in. One of the biggest problems that people have in deciding that they want to do something, I want to make $1 million or so, although now $1 million is not what it used to be. But let's say you want to be $2 million. That's number one. One of the targeting tips and thoughts is think big. I'll never forget from the eulogy of that famous philanthropist, Max Fisher, when he passed away at the funeral. His son was sharing his thoughts about how successful his father had been. And in fact, he worked with his father. And the son was describing the personality of Max Fisher. And they said there were many times he'd go to his father with an idea. And after hearing the idea, if it had merit, he said, well, son, he said, it's a good idea, but you got to think big. And that stuck on. And that, likewise, you should think big on your idea. The point is that you can spend 10 hours a day either just being busy, where you're doing a lot of non-profitable work, or having a target that's big. No matter what you consider, of course, first thing is the target you're trying to reach. So, rule number one, write it down. Now, I realize that pencil and paper is sort of outmoded today, but I still use a pencil and paper with an eraser. In fact, I've got one pencil that's all it is. It's an eraser. I still like to write. It gives you a chance to express your thoughts. But if you're techie and want to do it on a screen, write out what your target is. And after thinking big, set realistic targets. But when you think big, be reasonable when you describe your targets. This is the point at which most people set themselves up for defeat. The world we live in demands instant gratification. We cook in microwave ovens, we read condensed books, we find shortcuts to everything. If you see it today and you want it today, there's a problem. Nothing wrong with it, but it's simply not that easy. Sometimes you have to pay your dues. And you rarely learn from your successes. You do from your failures. Try it. The worst comment that I get when I do seminars on entrepreneurship, I have people come up during the break and tell me, I had this idea and I never followed up, and I'm really sorry that I didn't. And then they describe the idea, which many times has a lot of merit. And I say, well, why don't you do it now? He says, oh, no, now it's too late. It's never too late. It is amazing how many successful people that have been out there, that are out there now, are well on in their years. Some of the greatest success stories come from people who, like the Colonel Sanders, started selling chickens out of his trunk when he was in his late 60s. And just because the times have changed, what good news there is now with technology, you can do a lot more in less time, so that way you have the technology working for you instead of the other way around. Which, by the way, whatever venture you get in, don't get into a situation where you're being chased. One of my Ikeisms, as I like to call them, is whenever you go into business or even in your personal life, find out a way that you are being followed versus being chased. Don't set unrealistic goals that you can't achieve. And if you have an idea, and you have to have a time frame, which is vital, is that you have to have the open-mindedness that whatever time you give yourself, always multiply it by 3. Sounds goofy, doesn't it? Because it's amazing how many times you got your system in place of what you want to do, but unfortunately there's distractions and other things that get in the way, and suddenly you have to change your game plan. Make sure, as far as your target is concerned, that it's personal. And what do I mean by that? You have to make darn sure you're realistic about your talents. So you want to surround yourself by people. If you've got the goal in mind, you've got the target, obviously you have to have a budget in mind. We can assist you in that particular situation. And then when you do set up a target and you've identified your talents and areas that you don't know, you bring in people that do. Then the key is start now. N-O-W. I like to play with words, and the magic of word now is that if you do something, you got an idea, if you do it now, backwards now means that you've won. A very important idea too is that when you set a target, if there's a challenge, don't give up on it. Oh, someone else is doing it. Yeah, so what? Is there a way that you can do whatever they're doing better? You obviously want to make sure that whatever they're doing that you want to do, that there's a market for it. There is no point in doing something if at the end of the achievement you can't make any money. There's one magic word that when you want to go into business that you have to write out in big letters and keep reminding yourself. The purpose of being in business is profit. You got it? Profit is what makes you successful. Being busy, you can do that in the rocking chair and get nowhere. There's some other thoughts I'll share with you on our next visit, but not today. But I do want to share my favorite parting thought for this segment, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio